Hello everyone, I am Raundler and you are watching South Korea versus Ivory Coast International Friendly. This is a PES 21 simulation fully recorded and edited for your entertainment. No third-party footage, assets or any other copyrighted material has been used. All content is self-produced for entertainment purpose only.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Feel much better at the moment. Kessier. Boga. Hofana. Pepe. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Pepe, who's... The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Doué. And he welcomed... Can he finish?
Ivory Coast definitely are on top of things in these early stages, Peter. If this is how they intend to go on, I think the opposition might see some trouble.
Kim Min-jae. Lee Kang-in. Ndika. Doué. Hofana. Boga. Hofana. Kamara. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Hofana. It'll be a throw-in. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Only partially clear. And it's Fofana. Now it's Kessier. Boga!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Lee Kang-in. Moved on forwards. Spread out to the left. And he's onside. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Gets it away. Cross goes in there. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Now this could be... And he shoots! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, to be honest, he shouldn't have spilled that in the first place, but he recovered it really quickly, so no harm done.
Camera. Kessier. Boga.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Lee Kang-in. In forwards.
Kessié. Pepe. Guesson.
Out to the right. Played into the middle. Clears it away. Fofana. Oh, it's come loose. Now it's Hwang Hee-chan. And it's Son Heung-min.
Pepe. Doué.
Pepe.
Kessié.
Boga. Fofana. Knocks it out wide. Very nicely done. Nice physical challenge.
Now it's Hwang Hee-chan.
And it's Son Heung-min.
Hwang Hee-chan.
Fofana. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper.
Indika. Doué.
Muscular approach does pay off here. Son Heung-min chips it through. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Lee Kang-in. Kim Min-jae.
Pepe.
Boga. Lee Kang-in. That's really well manoeuvred.
Kosunu.
Camera.
Kosunu.
Camera. Boga. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Danger averted for now. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick.
Kim Min-jae.
He's going to be disappointed with that.
Boga. Guesson. Doué.
Boga. And that's been won straight back.
Doué. Kessié. Doué. Pepe. Doué.
Fofana. Pepe. Oh, good spread.
Doué.
Now here's the delivery. Now it's Son Heung-min. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Kamara. Showing good feet. Over to the left. Boga. Fofana. Goes for the shot! Kim Min-jae. Hwang Hee-chan. Out to the left it goes. Due did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Fofana. Camera. Strong running down that left flank. Oh, it's played into the area. Oh, he's dealt with that well. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Boga wins the duel this time. That's a good run down the left. Time to deliver. Fofana. Kamara. Great defending, strong and determined. Kim Min-jae. Son Heung-min. Played with finesse. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Oh, that's neat. Hwang Hee-chan. Over to the left. Played in deep. That has been knocked clear. Camera. Fofana. Kosunu. Fofana. And it's played forward. Proves too strong. Aim forwards. Boga. Fofana. Fofana! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Fofana clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Behind. Great run on the overlap here. Son Heung-min. And it's hoisted clear. Boga. Gesson. Camera. That's really well manoeuvred. Now that's well seen too. Lee Kang-in. Hwang Hee-chan. Spread out to the left. Nice control. Lee Kang-in. Wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides.
And the shot! And that's off target.
They're probably getting frustrated by the lack of chances, I suppose.
Fofana. Moved on forwards.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
Kessié tries to thread one through. Doué. Kessié. Fofana. Lovely bit of skill. Guessel. And the shot! He's trying his best to keep it in play here. Oh, they could be caught out here. No way through, so back it comes. That's a good ball. Decent chance!
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
And here's Son Heung-min. Hwang Hee-chan. Boga, South Korea, have a free kick. Decent hit from there. Kessié. And it's played forward. Fofana. Boga. Kamara. Fofana. Kamara. Fofana. Kamara. Fofana. Boga. Fofana. Lee Kang-in. Kim Min-jae. Lee Kang-in.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Pepe. Now it's Pepe. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Kamara. Boga. Kessié. Fofana. Son Heung-min. Nicely intercepted. That's really well manoeuvred. Boga. Boga looking for a run-up. Kim Min-jae. Lee Kang-in. It is over the line. Now it's Pepe. Aimed in towards the centre. Hwang Hee-chan. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Looking for a decent ball in. He's in a great position here. Ndika getting this one clear. Kim Min-jae have it back and can go again. Boga. Boga. Can he deliver? Fofana. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Boga. Pepe. Boga done delicately. Clears it away. So who's he picking out? Oh, such a clever touch. Kessié, and it's lofted through here. A chance to play it in. Kamara, hit into them. Oh, what a climb! Didn't quite get enough on that.
He simply mistimed the header, and it was as if he knew it wasn't going to work out.
Lee Kang-in. First quarter of an hour gone. It may be goalless, but it is not without interest.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
Fofana. Kessié. Boga. Plenty waiting in the middle. Played out wide. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Boga. Boga! And the goalkeeper's put a good palm to that. Kim Min-jae. Aim forwards. And the pass is intercepted. Fofana. Tries a measured ball. Lee Kang in. Pepe. Lovely feet. Wins the duel this time. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. South Korea can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. Son Heung-min. And here's Son Heung-min. That is lovely. Son Heung-min chooses to go back. Lee Kang-in. And that's aimed into the middle. Ndika getting this one clear. Pepe, gently done. Doué. Ivory Coast couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Hwang Hee-chan. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Kessié. Boga. Camera. A good play on the left-hand side here. That's tidy. Boga. Fofana. Kessié. Pepe. Pepe played out towards the right wing. In again. And here's a corner, good chance. Turns and goes back. Now it's Pepe. There's the shot! Lee Kang-in. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Fofana. That's really well manoeuvred. Lee Kang-in. He is just caressing the ball. And it's played into the middle. Fofana. Boga. Camera. Oh, nice touch. Fofana. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Lee Kang-in. And it's Son Heung-min. Does really well to win the ball there. Pepe. Doué. Kessié. Oh, that's nice. Kessié. Fofana. Kessié shifted upfield. Lee Kang-in. Hwang Hee-chan. And here's Son Heung-min. Now, there's no getting past him. It's really well defended. Kosunu. Boga. Doué. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Aim forwards. And it's Son Heung-min. Back into the middle. Now who's going to be first to this? Lee Kang-in. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Kessié did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Boga. Camera. Fofana. Indika. Kessié. Boga. There are a few waiting for it. Looks across and plays it in. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. And it's played forward. Lee Kang-in, aim forwards. Kessié. Boga. Played into space. That's good play. Can he deliver? Might be danger here. Lee Kang-in. That's really well manoeuvred. Great defending, strong and determined. Boga. Doué. Kessié. Camara. Kamara. Decent progress down the left. Tries to get it clear. That has been knocked clear. Hwang Hee-chan. Son Heung-min. Lee Kang-in. Lee Kang-in, gently done. Son Heung-min looking to get on the end of this. Pepe. Kosunu shifted upfield. Camera. Boga. Pepe. Gesson! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Gesson is offering a right smile there.
Kim Min-jae. Moved on forwards. Looks to the other side. Well timed, excellent interception. Fofana. Camera. Boga. Fofana. Now here's the delivery. And that has been cleared. Kim Min-jae forwards and with intent. And it's Son Heung-min. Succumbs to the pressure. Does really well to win the ball there. He's through, now is he in? Now it's Pepe. Doué. Now it's Pepe. He's having a shot! It goes to show he is human after all.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Lee Kang-in. Hwang Hee-chan. Lee Kang-in. Hwang Hee-chan. And he goes cross-field. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Cuts out the pass. Pepe, and it's played forward. Doué. Gesson. Can he get onto this? Tries to get it clear. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. And he's there to clear it. Out to the left it goes. Oh, super find. He's got away. Indika. Doué. Pepe. Boga. Kim Min-jae. Kim Min-jae, gently done. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Fofana. towards the other side. Ndika. Kessié. Boga. That's very neat. Played into the middle. And the keeper has it. That has been cut short. That's really well manoeuvred. Ndika. Fofana. Camera. Fofana. Doué. Fofana. Doué. Kessié. Boga. It's run loose here. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Played back in. Pepe. Camera. Kim Min-jae. Hwang Hee-chan, and it's Son Heung-min. It's Son Heung-min! Fofana. Camera. Fofana. Camera. Fofana. Camera. Fofana. Kessié. Great work on the overlap. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. And it's hoisted clear. Ndika. Kamara. Fofana. A chance to play it in. There's the header! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Gasson really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Now it's Hwang Hee-chan. Kim Min-jae. Aim forwards. That's tidy. Time to deliver. Ndika with the clearance. Lee Kang-in. Now then, the ball's come loose. Kamara. Moved on forwards. Guess all. Kim Min-jae, gently done. And it's Son Heung-min. Hwang Hee-chan.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Pepe. Now the delivery. And in. Now it's Hwang Hee-chan. Wins the duel this time. Pepe. Doué. Ndika. Kessié. Over to the left. Boga. Tries to get it clear. Pepe. Kessié. Boga. Lovely bit of skill. Now it's Pepe. Goes for a shot! Now it's Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min. Oh, that's nice. Now it's Hwang Hee-chan. He has been fouled there. Son Heung-min opts to play it back. Boga. Kamara. And he's there to get it away. And claimed it back swiftly. Kamara. Boga. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Kim Min-jae. Aim forwards. Now it's Son Heung-min. Hwang Hee-chan. Son Heung-min, and the flag has stayed down.
Really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Pepe. Clipped into space. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Lee Kang-in. Lee Kang-in shifted upfield. Ndika, and it's played forward. South Korea, half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Pepe. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Kim Min-jae. That's really well manoeuvred. Lee Kang-in. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Pepe. Kessié. Doué. Kim Min-jae. Lee Kang-in. Aim forwards. Lee Kang-in, gently done. Kessier, and it's played forward. Boga. Fofana. Kessier. Fofana. Camera. It's a good run down the left-hand side. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Oh, Red, nice interception. Moved on forwards. Aim forwards. Kim Min-jae. Hwang Hee-chan calmly anticipates. Indika. Camera. Boga. Camera. Pepe. Fofana. Kessier. Doué. That is lovely. Boga. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Pepe! Defending of the desperate variety. Very nicely done. And it's Fofana. And that is out of play. Fofana. Fofana!
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Kim Min-jae. Kim Min-jae forwards and with intent. Lee Kang-in played out to the left flank. Now it's Hwang Hee-chan. Lee Kang-in. Shot a goal! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
South Korea have found chances hard to come by, so that's perfectly understandable.
Fofana. Pepe. Boga. Camera. Fofana. Boga. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Plenty waiting in the middle. Delivered in. Tries a shot! Oh, that was extravagant by any standard.
Well, there wasn't much else on there, so why not have a crack? So nearly paid off too.
Lee Kang-in. showing good feet. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Calmly anticipates. That's really well manoeuvred. Fofana. Doué. Doué. That's good play. Now it's Pepe. Kessié. He's in space and looking for options. Tries to get it clear. Kessié. Pepe. Doué. It's a good run down the right. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Camera. Kamara. He is just caressing the ball. Fofana. Boga, spread out to the left. Oh, that's neat. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he's managed to get free. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Wang Hee-chan. Foul right on the edge of the box. It could go either way here. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. It makes life so much harder for that defence.
Camera. Fofana. Play cross-field, changing the point of attack. Boga. Out to the right. Oh, sweet feet. So who's he picking out? Doué played into... Up he goes! Son Heung-min. Now it's Son Heung-min. Searching pass he's played there. Son Heung-min. Out of play for a throw. Son Heung-min. Kessié gets good distance on it. Kosunu. Camera. Kosunu. Camera. Fofana. Kosunu. Boga. Nice physical challenge. Son Heung-min did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, for me, Peter, I think it's all too pedestrian and slow. They need a large injection of purpose now.
Quick ball upfield. Doué cuts it out. Guesson. Kessié. Boga. Pepe. That pass has been well intercepted. Boga. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And that has been clubbed away. Out towards the flank. Oh, smashing header! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, he certainly reacted quicker than anyone else, Peter. He just couldn't keep his composure in the end.
Lee Kang-in. And it's played forward. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Short changes him with that pass. Kosunu. Kessié. Kosunu shifted upfield. Pepe. Now it's Pepe. Pepe played out towards the right wing. Kessié. Hit into the middle. That is good defending. It's been repelled. Looking for a decent ball in. Now this could... Can he find the finish? Well, the clearance is short. And it's Fofana. No way through, so back it comes. Kessié. Lee Kang-in. Hwang Hee-chan. Aim forwards. Great run on the overlap here. Great run this, he's covered quite a distance already. Moved on forwards. Camera. Fofana. Camera. Boga. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Doué. Pepe. Oh, good spread. Oh, nice touch. Doué picks it up now. And the finish! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Doué. Fofana. Pepe. Boga.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions.
Some good work on the right flank here. And it's Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min. Plenty waiting in the middle. And they've got rid. It's a throw-in. Guesson. Son Heung-min. Guesson. Doué. That's really well manoeuvred. And he's picked out the run. Guesson! It's over the line, and that'll be a goal kick. And it's Son Heung. Excellent. The referee's awarded a free kick. It's claimed by the keeper. Camera. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Boga. Pepe. That has found him in acres of space. Lee Kang-in. Kim Min-jae. Aim forwards. Now it's Son Heung-min. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Hwang Hee-chan. And here's Son Heung-min. Played out to the right. Turns and goes back. Lee Kang-in. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Indika. Fofana. Boga. Kamara. That's tidy. Shot a goal! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, at least he was in the right position and he reacted quickly enough. The manager will like that.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And he thumps it clear. That's a throw. Ball's out once more. Cross goes in there. Kosunu gets rid without sophistication. Oh, some tackle that. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Kosunu gently done. Pepe. Out to the right. It's a pretty loose pass. Lee Kang in. Kim Min Jae. Lee Kang in. Kim Min Jae. Kim Min Jae. Indika does really well to win the ball there. That's a nicely weighted pass. And that is as far as they're going to go. Looking here to chip it through. Moved on forwards. Boga. Played towards the other side. Doué. Pepe. Kessié. Fofana. Boga. He's having a shot! He is just caressing the ball. Lee Kang in. Wang Hee-chan. Out to the left it goes. Doué wins the duel this time. Kosunu. Fofana. Kamara. And it's played forward. That'll be a throw-in. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Fofana. Pepe. Lee Kang-in. Pepe producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Boga. Camera. Boga. Pepe. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Kessié. Doué. Fofana. Boga. Boga laid out to the left flank. Out for a throw. And it's Fofana. Cross needs to be good. Kim Min-jae. Lee Kang-in. Kim Min-jae. Can he latch on to this? Lee Kang-in. And he's got his cross in. That's going to go a long way. South Korea have reclaimed it. Oh, such a clever touch. Goes down, but nothing given. Cleared without complication. And trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, this defence now knows that they have to reduce his movement because they've allowed him to run free.
Now it's Son Heung-min. Doué. Doué forwards and with intent. Pepe. A couple of goals between the sides, and it's still early in the second half. Boga knocks it out wide. That's very neat. And that has been cleared. Lee Kang-in. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Nice physical challenge. Hwang Hee-chan, the pressing's intense and it's paid off. Kosunu. That's really well manoeuvred. Kessié. Doué. Pepe. Boga spread out to the left. Lovely feet. Time to deliver. Boga. He's having a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Boga really looked sharp out there. That first touch, sensation.
Camera. Kamara. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Kamara, well, they're labouring their way towards the opposition goal here, Peter, and this needs a much livelier solution.
Lee Kang-in. Kim Min-jae. Lee Kang-in. Plays it through. Due makes the interception. Bafana. Aim forwards. Tries to dink it through. A lot of space ahead of him. Bullish header! And he's there to clear it. Now it's Pepe. And it's Fofana. Great defending, strong and determined. South Korea, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Pepe. Due looking to hit the byline here. He's shooting! And for a moment, time stood still.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
Lee Kang-in. Kim Min-jae. Camera. Kosunu. Boga. Due. Pepe. Kessié. Now it's Pepe. And it's played forward. Succumbs to the pressure. Son Heung-min in acres of space out wide. Pepe. Just about up to the hour now. South Korea are looking pretty rattled at the moment, Jim.
There's no doubt about that, Peter. It looks like they've had the proverbial carpet swept from underneath them. And it's amazing how much one goal can change things.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to make any prediction on this right now. Kessié. Fofana. Played into space out wide. Cleared away. Pepe. Played out wide. Very nicely done. Climbs up big! He will be livid with himself. Kim Min-jae shifted upfield. And it's Son Heung-min. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Boga. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Son Heung-min. Lee Kang-in. That's really well manoeuvred. Son Heung-min. Hoisted in. And that's nice and simple for the keeper. Pepe. Well, that's well seen too. Son Heung-min. Lee Kang-in. Kim Min-jae, gently done. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Lee Kang-in. Hwang Hee-chan. Knocks it out wide. Moved on forwards. Kosunu. Aim forwards. Boga. Pepe. Doué picks it up now. Nice control. Boga takes a shot!
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Kim Min-jae. Lee Kang-in. And it's played forward. There will be a throw-in. Pepe. Boga. Over to the left. Fofana. Oh, that's neat. Pepe. Chance for a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Pepe plays it short. Oh, it's played into the area. So it's going to be another corner. Chooses to go back. And it's Fofana. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Pepe just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
And it's been taken short. Incoming deliverance, a mighty effort! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
That's really well manoeuvred. Hwang Hee-chan. Moved on forwards. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. That has been cut short. Kim Min-jae. Lee Kang-in. Kim Min-jae. Lee Kang-in. Pepe. Kessier. Doué. He's on it, can he get away? And reclaimed it in a trice. Guessel. Played back in. Boga. He's in here! Fofana. Chance to deliver. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Lee Kang-in. Oh, good spread. Son Heung-min. Lovely bit of skill. There are a few waiting for it. Crossed into the box. And he's heaved it away. Cuts out the pass. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Pepe. Fofana. Boga. Kosunu. Kosunu chooses to go cross-field. Ndika. Kessier. Kamara. And that has been cleared. Ivory Coast have got it back and they'll have another go. That's been slipped through. Now it's Hwang Hee-chan. Hwang Hee-chan. Oh, that's a clever looking ball. And it's played forward. Ndika. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Showing good feet. Can he deliver? That is lovely. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Boga. Kim Min-jae. Lee Kang-in. Kim Min-jae. Lee Kang-in. Aim forwards. Kessier does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Ndika. Kessier. Fofana. Boga. Spread out to the left. Caresses it through. Lovely. Now Pepe! And the ball's come loose here. It's really well cleared. Camera. Oh, that's nice. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Fang Hee-chan. Due, well read, and the danger is averted. Lee Kang-in. Oh, easy pickings there. Fofana. Camera. Fofana. Kessier. Wins the duel this time. Deftly away. Son Heung-min. Kim Min-jae. Proves too strong. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Pepe. Fofana. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly, it is just a verbal warning.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score. And obviously, he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Pepe! Oh, off the bar! Clears it away. Kessier. Now it's Pepe. Has a shot! Lee Kang-in. Boga. Gesson. Now it's Pepe. 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 There's alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Kim Min-jae. Lee Kang-in. Moved on forwards. Oh, nicely intercepted. That's really well manoeuvred. Pepe. Pepe, played out towards the right wing. Due. Played out to the right. And that's the keeper's ball. Kosunu gently done. Pepe. Out to the left it goes. reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. It's gone for a throw-in. Kim Min-jae. And it's Fofana. Pepe. And that's aimed into the middle. Cleared away. Boga. Oh, good spread. Son Heung-min. And it's been played through. Hwang Hee-chan. Boga does really well to win the ball there. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That's surely a foul. Free kick. Boga. Lee Kang-in. It's a good run down the right. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Fofana. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Lee Kang-in tries a deft little ball. It's gone out for a throw-in. That'll be a throw. Fofana. Boga. And it's played forward. This interception, his positioning was spot on. And that's put paid to a promising move. Hwang Hee-chan will play through for the wide man. It's run loose here. Nice physical challenge. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Lee Kang-in. Hwang Hee-chan. Great defending, strong and determined.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Doué. Doué drives forward on the overlap. That's the throw. Kessié. Shapes to shoot! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Kim Min-jae is there, and he can get that clear. Ball's gone out of play. Boga. Turns and goes back. Fofana. Oh, nice touch. Boga! Oh, the ball's come loose here.
Ivory Coast really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And they've got a throw. That looks a good cross.
Ivory Coast really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Played into space out wide. And it's been given away.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you...
Oh, sweet feet. Cross. Firmly met.
South Korea really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Doué. Boga. Knocks it out wide. He slings it in.
Ivory Coast clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Long ball looking to counter. Pepe wins the duel this time. Lee Kang-in. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Kim Min-jae. Lee Kang-in. Lee Kang-in.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
What a throw in. Lee Kang-in. Kim Min-jae. Lee Kang-in. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Lee Kang-in. Aim forwards. Pepe. Kessier. Boga. Gissel! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Oh, and looking, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
And they've got Reed. And it's Fofana.
Ivory Coast clearly are pushing forward.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And here's Son Heung-min. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's header! Oh, should have put that away. Kosunu. That's really well manoeuvred. Indika. Doué. This is it then, now or never. Pepe. Chance! And no, he couldn't find the finish. And that's a throw. Boga. Yes, and the shot! The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And he's there to clear it. And it's Fofana. Kessier. Goes for a shot!
Ivory Coast really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Fofana. Kosunu, gently done. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Moved on forwards. Cleared away.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This
And a chance! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it. Bafana. Pepe. Gesson.
Ivory Coast clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Pepe. And he'll shoot here! And he's heaved it away. And it's Fofana. Kissel! And somehow he managed to miss it. Now it's Son Heung-min.
South Korea really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Pepe. Lobbed in behind. He can get that clear.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Ivory Coast have. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Oh, nice touch. Diving header! Now that was a full-blooded header.
A good attempt. The ball was at a lovely height too.
The most accurate pass. Indica. Just 5 minutes left. Oh, Red, nice interception.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Lee Kang-in. And it's played forward. Picks it up out wide. Oh, great header! That's going to go a long way. Oh, it's come loose.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Boga. Good take, and is he in? Kissel! Just off target.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Kim Min-jae.
They're playing as if time is on their side when it's fast running out. They've got to quicken this up.
Hwang Hee-chan. Can he latch on to this? Well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Doué charging forward down that flank.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
That has found him in acres of space.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Cameron. Kosunu. Aim forwards. Pepe. Ivory Coast don't have many options and time is running out. Played out wide. Pepe drives it in.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
That's really well manoeuvred. Boga did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Lee Kang-in. Hwang Hee-chan. Great defending, strong and determined. Kessié. Doué. Doué, gently done.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Hwang Hee-chan. It really is now or never. They need a goal however it comes.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Guesson. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Lee Kang-in. Deflected behind for a corner kick. And that has been cleared. Does really well to win the ball there. Moved on forwards.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Kim Min-jae. Lee Kang-in. That's been drilled forward. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Doué. Pepe. Kessié. Boga. Kamara. Boga. So time is nearly up. One final twist, perhaps. Wins the duel this time.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Son Heung-min needs a quality cross.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And it's played forward. Over to the left. Boga. Ivory Coast cannot afford for this to peter out. There just isn't time left. Fofana. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Boga spread out to the left. And it's Fofana. The final seconds now. Now it's Hwang Hee-chan. He's shifting through the gears here. South Korea desperately need a goal, and this could well be their last chance. Oh, that's nice. Time added on, 4 minutes. Lee Kang-in. Fofana. Boga. Final seconds, this has to be it. He's had a shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Aim forwards. He's in plenty of space here. Gets good distance on it. And that's been won straight back. Looks to the other side. Kim Min-jae. Kim Min-jae forwards and with intent. He welcomes it in. Fofana. Kamara. Pepe. Pepe played out towards the right wing. Here it is, crossed in. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Hwang Hee-chan. Son Heung-min. South Korea to retain the ball, but are seemingly in no rush to break forward. Can he get onto this? Son Heung-min. It is now or never. Time is against them. Lee Kang-in. One good cross, maybe the last chance. Cross in, looks like a good one. Cleared without complication. Gesson, and he cuts out the supply. South Korea cannot afford for this to peter out. There just isn't time left. Son Heung-min with a definite foul there. Keeper's got good distance on that. Indika. Fofana. Kim Min-jae. It's a promising run he's making on the right. Lee Kang-in. Lofted upfield. Boga. That's really well manoeuvred. Kamara. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Kamara. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Lee Kang-in. And that is it. There will be penalties.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest.